Hey everybody, we are live. Welcome, Joey.
Hi. Wait, hold on. I'm wearing the wrong shirt. It says my real name. I should get a shirt that says Joey.
You know what? Let's next time we're having shirts, guys. So
oh my gosh, yeah, that's merch. We should sell merch. And a total we'll probably sell a total of 20. Between yours, mine, and Zach's families.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much. Hello, birthday twin.
Hi, birthday twin. It's such a oh my gosh, I cannot believe we actually saw each other for the first time in 20
years. Oh yes,
it's maybe 21.
Yes, because we were like 12. Maybe? Yeah, because I was like 12 when I left. Right. Got it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we are both in New York, same city for the first time in decades, literally.
Exactly.
She's visiting. Mars is the California girl, and she's visiting the Big Apple. Or wait, I have to call it by its real name. Mars is visiting the greatest city in the world.
This is where I don't know. It is, but I'm sure other cities will fight you for that. But
they're wrong. Other cities are wrong if they claim to be the greatest city in the world. Hey, we have somebody joining us. Hamilton.
Yes, thank you he's been consistent. Maraming salamat, Hamilton. Yeah. But okay, let's do a formal welcome. Welcome everybody to the Zach and Joey show with, you have to do the theme song.
Which one? Hi, Zach and Joey.
Yeah, it's we had Zach so many. And Joey show. Zach and Joey show with no Zach again.
Because he is a famous motorcycling journalist doing a big events in Manila where there are millions of people in attendance.
There are millions of people happening right now, and what's that place called? SMX. Makina Moto Show. See, Zach, we are plugging your show.
Everybody Makina Motor,
kung mag-motor, and motorcycles. And I saw it. There's like all the, OEMs, that's what they're called, the manufacturers, the big motorcycle companies,
the makers of
motorcycles.
The MMs, the motorcycle makers are all in
I forget
Manila.
why it's called OEM, but so you've got, I don't know if Harley's there,
Harley Davidson,
your BMWs, Triumphs, everything. So if you are an enthusiast or a rider, you guys go check out Makina Moto Show, because you might bump into Zach. And I think he promised viewers of Zach and Joey and fans that if you say that you listen or watch
to our show,
He will give you a discount on the ticket.
Or
So,
I thought he said he would get them in, he would get people
oh,
in for free.
I don't know. We shall see.
I don't know.
Was
We
it?
shall see. A total of one person is going to show up at the gate and say, "Hey, I listened to Zach and
Oh,
Joey." No,
oh, no, no, no,
no.
no,
Okay,
no.
fine. Two people
Okay.
will show up and
All
say they
right.
listened to
So,
Zach and
so
Joey.
this month, do you know this is already our eighth episode, girl?
No
Isn't
way.
it eighth? Yeah.
So January was our first, and then now here we are already. We
Well, it's the seventh
decided
month. Why do we have an eighth episode then?
because I
It's
think
7 months. We started before.
did
Like,
we
yeah,
do
we
it
had an
December?
yeah,
Did we
yeah,
do it?
probably.
That was the big reunion one.
Right, the
Um,
Christmas. Okay, gotcha.
and then
Hmm.
we decided midway through that we needed to land on a specific day of the month, regardless, because it was just kind of like jumping around whenever we would feel like doing it. And then for the sake of consistency, I think it would be a good thing to just pick a day and
Hmm.
land on it and just go from there. So yeah, every last Friday of the month. So even if Zach wasn't able to make it this time, we decided that since Mars and I are in the same city for the first time in over 2 decades, that we would just go ahead and plow through and do a quick little episode, and just talk about the cool thing of seeing each other in the
Yes,
greatest city in the world, the
it
birthday week.
is.
It's the birthday week. My friend just greeted me this morning. She said, "Happy birthday week," and I said, "Yes, same to you."
Yes.
Another twin, by the way. She is.
Exactly on the same day, the
It's
27th of
wild.
July. Everybody watching right now, save the date for next
Yes.
year. Who knows what
Yes.
city we'll turn up in?
And who knows who else we will discover is celebrates
Correct.
their birthday on July 27th. I actually know there are 5 of us that I know that celebrate. We were all born on July 27th.
I have not met the exact date besides you. That's why I was so excited. But I do know the whole week, and I do know us Leos. We kind of attract each other. Didn't
Well, can you blame us?
no DJ Roxy Kathy is it her birth? She a few days ago, was it not?
That's right. And she actually messaged me on Facebook. So happy
Very
belated birthday to you,
cool.
Roxy. I had no
And
idea.
then
I'm so bad
Claire.
with Facebook, by the way. I
Oh,
haven't
okay,
checked.
right, right. And then Claire's
Claire,
birthday is next week, I believe.
hers is coming up on this
Yes,
August. That's wonderful.
yes, because she's a
But
Leo. There you
I
go.
know that's probably you're right. That's probably why we all get along because we're just like we're such fiery personalities, flamenco ish. But yeah, so it's really it's funny to say that because birthday twins, the concept of birthday twins, because part of me feels like, oh my God, I'm sharing my birthday with other people. But in the same breath, I also feel like, oh my God, I'm sharing my birthday with these special people. And I never forget your birthday, obviously, and the 4 other people that I know. I think it might be 6 actually. And the list just keeps growing and growing whenever here's one. Our favorite restaurant here in Park Slope,
Yeah,
it was their anniversary on July 27.
I
So they
think it's just a
celebrated their
good
second
year.
anniversary.
It's a good day. It's my favorite. 727. Come on,
Yeah,
just rolls out of your mouth,
it's a
and
beautiful number.
it is a beautiful number. I don't know, angel number something. I don't know what those things are, but
So, what brought you to New York other than the fact that you came to see me
okay.
after 20 years?
Yes, I know it's very weird. So the truth is that I had lived in the East Coast before moving to the West Coast, so it's kind of a homecoming for me. On the hottest week of the year, I forgot about that because believe it or not, California is a desert, but where I live, it's pretty. We have a Mediterranean climate, so we're spoiled. It's really nice. I came here like a few days ago, and what brought me here initially is, okay, sige, buhuhan na, is a Korean indie rock band that got me to help them out. They performed at the Lincoln Center. So I was on stage, backstage with them. So that was really, really fun. Lincoln Center, come on. That's
Okay, so
massive.
I'm not offended that you came to the greatest city in the world to see
And to
a
see her.
indie band and that I was your second and I was
Oh,
like a bonus. No, I'm just joking.
no, no,
But
no,
wait,
no.
is this the first time you've been back to the East Coast since you moved
Yes.
out to California? Oh my
Yes,
goodness. So
it
how long has that
is.
been?
15 years, girl. 15
15
years.
years. Oh my
So
goodness.
it's kind of the same. It's the vibe, the city is alive. And I'm glad it's alive now because I know during the pandemic it was very sad
It was a
and
ghost town.
ghost
So,
town.
so what are the primary differences you, having been a former East Coaster and now a
Noticed?
Californian, what are the primary differences that you feel between the East and the West Coast?
Well,
Cooler people in New York. That's a
okay, it's
given.
of course, and so in the West Coast, unless you're in a city like LA, right,
Hmm.
or San Francisco, even, it's not as diverse. And the minute you step foot in New York City, you you hear a cacophony or not, or a symphony of different accents and all that stuff. And actually, what I remember the most because when I was here first, I was pregnant, and so I remember the smells and how hard that is on a pregnant person because you
Mm,
smell everything. So when you walk down the streets of New York, you smell all the delicious ethnic cuisines, but you also smell the street and things on the street. And
mm.
it's a certain smell. And then it's definitely faster. Definitely. Just even, it's just a faster lifestyle. People walk faster.
I love that you said it's the diversity that you notice that you
That's
notice
the
is a
first
big
thing.
difference.
Oh, definitely.
And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm probably wrong, but the statistics is that there are hundreds of different languages that are spoken in the city because there's people from every corner of the globe.
Right.
So, naglalakad ako minsan along Fifth Avenue or Madison Avenue, makakarinig ako ng Tagalog. Tingin ako kaagad like, oh, so it's equal parts warming and I can't actually say if it's daunting, but I just love the fact that New York is just so diverse. I visited my family in Nashville.
What's the
Uh,
difference there? Like I've never been to Nashville, so
yes, and Nashville is so exclamation point white exclamation
okay.
point.
Yeah.
Nashville itself is a bit more diverse than the other parts of Tennessee, y'all,
Okay.
which
Right.
are predominantly white, and very, very, very. I don't know what's the politically correct way of saying um, Republican.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say they were like monocultural, like it's just one,
Oh my God,
you know,
that's a
right,
fancier
something like
term,
that. Yeah.
monocultural. That sounds
I
so
think
like
so. I don't know. I made
collegiate.
that up. Yeah, something like that.
No, 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 no.
Or
I don't. Yeah. So it's just it's very different. So you land in and everywhere you look, it's white person, white person, white person, white
right,
person.
right, right.
Oh, black. Oh, brown.
Wait,
White
does
person, white
that
person,
does
white person,
that
white person.
make you feel othered?
It
In
does. It
Yeah.
definitely makes me feel othered. Um, we and I felt even more othered. We visited. I visited the daughter's church. They attend this
Hmm.
church out in a smaller.
Town.
I don't want to say it's a city; it's a town ish.
Yeah.
But walking in and it's like everybody is white. And my first instinct is count the people of color in this place. There was there were two black women and two brown women, myself and my daughter, and a half brown little boy, my grandson. But the place itself had at least probably about 100 people, and they were all white. So
Wow.
that was a part that kind of made me feel, oh, I'm really not in New York.
Yeah.
But Southern hospitality, man, like even if that was the fact, everybody was so nice.
Oh, good.
It throws me off when I'm home in Tennessee because everybody smiles, like,
Oh, right. And
you
great
know,
seat.
how
Yeah.
y'all doing? Or like even in line, we were in line at a gas station buying snacks, and here in New York, when somebody is ahead of me and they're dawdling and they're taking their time, I kind of get like the New Yorker in me that's been here for 4 years kind of gets like, hurry up,
Hurry
move
up.
it
I
along,
told
move it
you.
along.
It's the quick thing. Yeah. The
And then if the person in front of me looks behind me and I happen to just kind of like look at them like with a face that says, "Are you done yet?" in a very
Oh.
subtle, friendly-ish kind of way, not in a mean way. But back home in Nashville, there was one. So we were at the gas station and paying for the stuff that we were getting, and I'm always like, I get anxious when people are waiting behind me. So I was trying to hurry, but I looked behind me, and the there was a line of people, but they were all just smiling, like take your time.
Wow.
So that really
Jeez.
threw me off. That was, but yeah, it's really interesting, and I guess you could say that in any part of the world,
Yeah.
each city, each town has its own personality and its own little culture. Hey, we have more people that have joined us. Good
Yes,
morning.
yes. Good
Where are you
morning.
all? Where is Taurus and where is Ralph and Hamilton? Where are you? Nasa Pilipinas ka, or are you somewhere else in the world? Yeah, where is everybody joining us from? But thank you so much for hanging out with uh, the on the Mars and Joey episode today, because Zach is busy in Manila, being the famous motorcycling journalist that
Yes.
he is.
The last
Yeah,
time he was missing it because he was being the famous rock,
motorcycling journalist in
rock guitarist somewhere. Like when he did
oh
Dubai, he performed. So,
yeah,
yeah, I never know. Oh, Hamilton is in Japan.
Japan.
So
Um,
cool.
how do you say that? How do you say? You don't
Konnichiwa.
moshi
Hello
moshi moshi is for the
is hello on
phone,
the phone.
on the phone.
Yeah.
So it's konnichiwa. And then
Yup.
how do you say thank you very much? Arigato
Arigato
gozaimasu.
gozaimasu.
Because
Yes.
that's the extent. I've met a couple. I work with a couple of people that actually there are the two stores that I worked at. They both speak fluent Japanese because they both worked in Japan.
Wow.
And then one of them just like learned it on his own. It's like so cool. So whenever
Very
we
cool.
have Japanese customers come in, I'm like, I want to hear you talk to them. You go talk to them.
Dude, they just watched a lot of anime. That's
It's
how they did
hard.
it.
It's a very hard language to pick up.
Okay. See, you're talking about language, so we can like go back to our
Korea and the
birthdays.
Kindi.
And yes, yes, back to our birthdays. Honestly, first of all,
Wait,
best.
hold on.
Yeah,
Back to the best date in the entire world, July
to be
27th.
born.
Yes.
Ohio gozaimasu. Ohio
Thank you,
gozaimasu,
Hamilton.
Hamilton. So first of all, it is the best date, so that's why amazing things happened. But okay, so and there's an NU connection there, okay? Because these are indie rock bands, so these are actually bands that we might have played if NU still existed, especially because there's this whole Korean wave, right? I'm sure we would have, Myrene would have played something. Myrene would definitely play something from Korea.
Alternative rock from Korea.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's a big scene. But speaking of languages, so like I said, I was on the crew of one of the two performing bands, and I thought I
Who are the
knew.
bands? Tell us
So the
who are the
two bands,
bands.
look it up, people. So the band that I was working with is called Bye Bye C, SEA, Bye Bye, like bye bye
As in like
C,
wave goodbye. BYE
saying goodbye
BYE
to a
C. Bye
C.
bye C.
Yes,
Okay.
and then the other one, the headliners, which were my favorite, are called Janabi, Jannabi, which
Not
means
Jollibee.
not the Jollibee, but it's not a B because Janabi translates into monkey. So
Okay, interesting.
yes, because they were born in the year of the monkey, something like that.
Wait, I'm going to look them up on Apple Music.
Oh yes, you will
I
like
know
it. You will like
Janabi
it
is on Apple Music, but while
for
you're
sure.
talking, I'm going to see if Bye Bye C is
Bye
on
Bye
Apple
C,
Music.
yes. So anyway, so there I am. I had met up with Bye Bye C in LA because, like, I'm part of the crew that's working on a documentary film. They were going to travel from Korea to California across the United States. So that was amazing. But
I
how do
found
you
them.
do that? Awesome. How do you
They're
do
on
that
Apple Music.
when you do not speak Korean?
My
I
goodness,
thought
yeah.
I watched enough K dramas to say a few words, but honestly, it all, and I know foods. I can talk about food. As soon as I met them, like, "Bleh, voila, I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So thank you to the Papago app. It's called, and
I
it
need to look that up.
translates Papago. I think it's actually Korean made, but it also,
Papago.
yes,
It's a translation app.
Papago. It's a translation app, and I think other languages feel it's more accurate because there's the Google Translator and there's the translator on the Apple product, right? That's the one with the little
Yes.
bird, but it's like more, I guess, conversational, so it translates pretty good. So that's how I spoke with everybody. I would type out what I say and have them read it, and then they would respond, and you can, like, when you use the translator, they can respond in whatever language, Korean, Japanese, and then it will translate it back to you, so you can just
Cool.
do the audio. So it's very cool. But anyway, a couple thousand people showed up, and the Lincoln Center,
Hold on. A couple
couple
thousand
thousand,
people
yes.
went to the Lincoln Center
Yes.
show with these Korean indie
Yes.
rock
So it
bands.
could be, what's amazing is that it could be that there were fans who knew them.
Mhm.
Like, there's small bands. It's like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
And then
Was it mostly
there are,
Korean audience?
no, it was
Nice.
a lot of people. So that was cool. It's like, wow, they were open to it. And even if all the songs were in Korean, except for two. Oh, you know it's indie rock because the cover songs they did, Bye Bye C sang Everybody Hurts, REM.
Oh, the REM. Everybody
Yes, so that's
hurts.
the one English song they sang. And then Janabi ended the night with, What's Going On. What?
As in like Marvin Gaye.
No, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's the title? What's go? Gotta wait. Da, 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 da. What's up?
Oh,
Four
oops,
non
four non
blondes.
blondes.
Thank you. Sorry, guys. It's my head
Oops,
is filled with Korean, so that was.
but
Anyway,
that's
that was the.
cool.
Those were the only songs they sang in English, and despite that, and if you go on my Instagram, you will see some video footage, of course, of the concert. People sang to it, like, and felt it, even if they don't couldn't understand a word.
Yeah,
So that was so. Thank you, Hamilton. See, he knew what I was singing.
yeah.
uh,
Music is universal. It
it
really is.
is
And
so
even and they sing in English phonetically, even if they don't
right.
speak in English. They don't
Yes,
understand a word that they're saying. They're
yes,
singing it phonetically.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So it was
So
cool,
yeah,
and then I was on stage. I was in front, and if you watch the live stream, although I think for now it's down, um, you can see me. And then, so honestly, it felt like I was on an NU concert
oh
stage, and
man.
it felt like home, man. I just,
Oh man,
yeah, I just
NU
gotta be near the music.
107.
Yeah, I just gotta be near music like that. It was so cool. I am alive. So it was best birthday ever, but even better because the next day, people, the next day,
The
I had
next day,
lunch.
we saw a performer at Central Park named D Waters.
Just wait, yeah, just wait for that because I have to edit that.
Oh my
We actually did
gosh,
a
look
show.
who's on. April Rama just joined us.
Hi, April.
She
Hi, Tabitha.
DJ
Tabitha
Tabitha from
was her
NU
name.
107.
Thank
April
you.
Rama, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh my god.
Ay, sayang wala siya. So
Sino?
we have to tell
Wait, wait,
Zach.
wait. Right.
We gotta make him jealous. Hey, guess who joined us?
Hey,
Visited the show.
Tabitha,
So
April. If you feel like you can go on camera, let me know because I can add you to this stream. But so
okay,
I was
where were
saying,
we? Where were we?
the
Where were we?
best birthday ever
Yes,
became
it
even
really was.
better. I'm setting you up, girl. The best. He said the next day I was gonna meet Joey, and we wanted to go to the plaza for
As in, like, if you're not
the
familiar with the greatest
Eloise.
city in the world, the Plaza's like the greatest one of the expensive places in New
Hotels.
York.
Yes,
Well, it was
it
in the movie Home Alone. Which Home
it's
Alone was it? Was it
yes,
two
I know
or?
the original one, I think. And then also it's there's a book called Eloise, and it's about a little girl who lives at the Plaza
Oh,
Hotel.
I didn't know that. So
Yes,
Eloise must be the child of
no, no,
billionaires
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
It's a made up story, and that's why they have tea time with Eloise. It was in the thing. But anyway,
oh,
I invited Joey to go there to taste like a Filipino pizza, but unfortunately,
so just to clarify, Mars and I were not going there as millionaires to eat at the fancy restaurant. We were going to go to the food court
food
for the
court.
commoners where where they have a food court. It's a little bit fancy, but there was a Pinoy pizza place. We had no idea. So I had been
Yeah,
there before, but I hindi ko alam meron palang Pinoy pizza place. So the Plaza Food Court, it's called the Food Hall. If you want to Google it, the Plaza Food Hall. It's been
yeah.
closed since the pandemic, and so I had no idea. I didn't think to check, but we got there and it's like, ay sayang sarado.
I know.
So we had
So
to
we went
consult.
elsewhere and we talked forever. Yeah, just too short a time.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And the first seeing each other for the first time in over 2 decades was wild,
Shocking
and
kasi dati payat kami.
okay, so I have to say something here. Like I was telling my boyfriend, it's a very cultural thing for Filipinos to say to each other, "Oh my God, you gained weight," or "Oh my God, you're so thin." Like for us, it's not a big
Yeah,
deal, but here in America, if you say that
they
to
would be
someone, that is just like
offended. Yeah,
so offensive. So Mars and I can talk about that. Like
yeah.
we used to be. Robert just said it's body shaming. Well, Filipinos we're known for that, like among ourselves. Like culturally, it's acceptable for us. Well, is it
No,
actually
and
acceptable?
right, well, I guess so, but I think some people think now it's accepted. But we also describe people physically, like si tangkad, si payat, di ba?
Yeah, that's a good
It's like a
point.
nickname, but we're not the only culture that
Oh yeah,
does that.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm sure we're not.
And
So it was
I
really cool. Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
you're gonna say something.
No, no, no. And then we walked around Central
We walked
Park.
around Central Park, and here's the thing. So my God, Mars agrees that New York feels like Manila. Ang init talaga. The humidity because of the buildings and everything. So seriously, it does. So we were sitting on a park bench in Central Park, sweating, but there was a little bit of a breeze. And the spot that we sat down at, there was a guy, a busker guy playing guitar, and Mars got a
Shirtless.
shirt. I was gonna get there.
Oh,
A
sorry.
shirtless guitarist playing in the heat of the sun. Good music. It was
Yep.
entertaining. It was pretty good. And so we're sitting there, we're talking, we're catching up, and all of a sudden, the coolest thing on two wheels. Sayang wala si Zach. He didn't get to see the guy on a motorcycle with his marmalade tabby cat. Is that
With
what they're
gold
called?
chains.
With
Yes.
with gold chains around his neck, perched on top of the handlebars. So you gotta love New York for scenes like this. So he parks his motorcycle near us. The cat's all perched like he's like king of the neighborhood, king of the park. Big, chunky, beautiful
Chunky
orange
cat.
tabby
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with the gold chains, and then the guy has a leash on him, so he puts the cat down and walks him to go to the bathroom. It
It's
was
very New
really cool.
York.
Yeah, very New York. And
It's
he was
very New
blasting
York.
his music, and Mars managed to to sneak a
Yeah.
video,
We'll post it.
and
We'll post that for sure.
but it was such a New York moment. And then we walked and kind of did a video of ourselves with the shirtless guy on the guitar in the background. But it was good. It was good. And we did a rule of thumb: whenever you come to New York and you see a performer, you gotta hand
You
over
have to.
something.
Oh,
A
today.
dollar, a
Yeah.
dollar at least,
And can I
or
tell you now, the buskers they
mhm.
Venmo, so
They have
you know,
Venmo. I Venmoed
it's
that
no
guy.
excuse. Yeah, it's no excuse. Today, girl, I went to Chinatown
You went to
today.
Chinatown?
Well, I
You
went to
wait,
yeah, I went to Canal Street
you went to
because
Canal Street?
again, I had to go to another. I wanted to meet with another Filipino chef restaurant owner, and so I did. But on the way there, suddenly in the middle of the street, a random street, a jazz band.
I love it. I love it.
A
Yeah.
guitar, upright bass, and a
Oh,
saxophonist.
there's a
Just
group that does that in Central Park too. Maybe
yeah.
it's the same. Yeah.
Well,
Galing
the
naman.
saxophonist was Japanese, so that was what I
Wow.
remember. But and so I Venmoed them. I watched because I feel you gotta pay artists, guys, and
Ay
it just
naman, ano.
feels good. But it was just so weird, like with basura all around, they're just there.
Yeah.
Hello, it
Yeah,
was cool.
that's the city for you. New
That's
York
New
is.
York. Yup,
Oh my
yup.
God. Speaking of, I want to digress for a second. Don't come here in the wintertime because the trash that you see mounds and mounds and mounds on sidewalks in the wintertime because they can't
They
clear them.
can't
So
get
it's
to it, right?
you can
Because of the
smell
snow.
it everywhere. It's like and even if it's cold, like you can get a whiff of that. But anyway, I love New York,
Wait.
and
So
that's all I'm
yeah,
gonna
so
say.
this was my birthday show, but you also had a birthday show. Tell us about that. What did you
So,
see?
well, by birthday show, Mars went. So she did Lincoln Center Fancy. She
Yeah.
was at the Lincoln Center, caught these two Korean Indian alternative rock bands. I, on the other hand, spent the day after my birthday. My boyfriend and I went to Broadway, and we caught a show that has been playing for the longest time, which it's been on my list, and I'm like, there was a sale. This is the only time I jump on these deals in New York. Like, so Today Ticks is one of the sites, and then there's Broadway for Poor People. I think it's the other website, but there's just
Oh.
yeah, it's funny. There are a bunch of websites that have like discounted tickets and whatnot. So jumped on it 2 months ago. Oh, discounted tickets for Evan Hansen. Uh, Very proud of myself for not Googling and reading ahead of time,
Oh,
but
oh
it
my
was tough
gosh. So
because
you, even
I
I know the
am
story. So were you
I am
bawling
the
it?
spoiler queen. Like I will Robert does he we're completely opposite. Like I have to know how a movie ends so that I'm
I
not
do
sitting through it
too.
anxious. Like what's gonna
Yeah.
happen?
No, I do,
It,
and I don't mind
Thank you.
spoilers. Okay,
I
good.
love spoilers. So I'm proud of myself. I didn't actually look up spoilers for Evan Hansen. So I went into it cold, just like not knowing
Wow.
anything about it. Just that there's a kid with a cast in the poster. It's set in high school. That's all I
All
knew
right.
about it.
Oh
So we
wow.
go, we watch. We're in the mezzanine section because I refuse to pay $200-300 for an orchestra seats. But it's a great view. The kid from Stranger Things, Gaten Matarazzo, who
Was he
plays
in it?
Dustin, that's one of the big reasons why we got the tickets because he made his Broadway debut on July 19. So he's in the role of the best friend of Evan Hansen until the end. It's ending this September, so if you are coming to New York or
Oh.
whatever, you want to make sure that you catch it. Anyway, so what was fun, like, so Gaten comes out on stage, and the audience is like, you know
Oh.
how it is when there are like special guests like that. But it was so very cool. Loved it. No, I did not cry, and I don't
You
know why
did
I
not.
didn't. I'm
You
shocked
are
because I
cold
don't.
hearted, and your
Yeah,
heart is made of stone
I'm
because it is
normally the
so sad.
crybaby. Yeah, I'm normally the crybaby at these things. Like I don't know what it is. Maybe just like getting something has. New York has hardened my heart. I used to be a crybaby, like at the drop of a hat, I'm weeping in movies and stuff. But I'm sitting
Oh
there
my.
going, "Oh, this is beautiful.
Whoa.
Why am I not crying?" Anyway, so there was a guy behind me. I I
He's
heard
crying.
I heard
Yes.
sniffling, so I was like, "Oh, this
Oh.
is adorable." But it was so good. The Oh my god! Of course, it's Broadway. The singing, the incredible.
Wow.
It won Tonys and whatnot. But and this is an interesting discussion that I want to go into and find out what you think actually.
Okay. Okay.
So I need to backtrack a little bit. A couple of weeks ago, I did my first voiceover gig in the US. It was a live Filipino event. And the host of the show
Hmm.
was the current lead in Hamilton. And he is a Filipino actor. His name is
Nice.
Mark de la Cruz. So he's
Okay.
been playing Hamilton on Broadway this last month or so. I don't know how long he's been doing it. And of course, all over the event, like Hamilton, blah blah blah, Mark de la Cruz, da 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 da. Like, why is it not? It doesn't seem like it's marketed that, like the Pinoy community. I didn't, maybe a different group of Pinoys knew about it, but it was just, it surprised me that, we have a Filipino actor in playing the lead in Hamilton. And yet it's like, okay, so, you know,
Hmm.
no waves from a what's the word, race perspective, from a cultural
Cultural
perspective,
perspective. Yeah.
from a culture perspective. So then I find out this morning that the lead in Evan Hansen is also
What's
Pinoy.
his name?
His name is Zachary Noah Pizer. He's half Jewish,
Okay.
and he's half Jewish, he's half Filipino. Mark de la
Wow.
Cruz
He's
is
a
full on
Jewy
Filipino.
Pino.
Yes,
Jewy Pino.
yes, he's Jewy Pino, as we
Right.
say, Jewy
Yep.
Pino, and so my I jumped on my bandwagon, and I'm like, well, why isn't that the articles written about him say that he is an Asian American and Jewish. So my initial thought was, why not? Because I had to ask, like, well, what kind? Okay, this is my silly question this morning. What kind of Asian is he?
Oh, always, always.
What is he? Is he Chinese? Is he Korean?
Right.
Vietnamese?
Right.
Like what kind of Asian is he? So Mr. Google found, gave the answer. Oh, he's Asian American, Filipino. So my first instinct was, why is it not publicized, or why is it not something that people know about, like the Mark de la Cruz guy? And then you have artists like Olivia Rodrigo, who everybody knows is Filipino.
Okay.
I'm assuming, might be a stretch. Haley Steinfeld is
Bruno
Filipino.
Mars. Yeah.
Bruno Mars is Filipino, and yet that so the discussion that I was kind of curious about unpacking a little bit is, it does it matter to
Mm.
say, well, I'm Filipino American, or I'm just an actor. It doesn't matter what I am.
Hmm. Okay.
So from that perspective of, you have people like Bruno Mars, Olivia Rodrigo, and these are like
Yeah.
well
High
known,
profile. Yes.
high profile people compared to the Broadway actors, of course, obviously. Um, but I've had all day to kind of ponder this, and here's an interesting thing that I remembered. Do you remember Scarlett Johansson when she came out in Ghost in the Machine?
Yes. You mean when they pretended she was Asian
When they
and she
pretended
was
she was
Japanese,
Asian,
or
and
when Emma
everybody
Stone
had a
pretended she
connection.
was Hawaiian?
Exactly. Emma Stone
Yes.
pretending to be, yes. So that's kind of the angle that I'm looking at. Like when that came out, it was no, they should cast Asians in it. And then now that we do have an Asian in, like it's not mentioned or celebrated. So that's the
Hmm.
only place where I was coming from. So I'm curious, what do you think about that
All right.
representation?
So it's very interesting because I come from the land of Hollywood and LA, and this is exactly the conversation that's going on.
Cool.
Um, so, one, the whole Asian American thing. Parang it is true, we're not one thing because there are lots of Asians, right?
Exactly.
However, I guess, and this is not good, but they have been told, producers have been told, actors have been told that it's like easier to lump you all
To
together.
lump us
It's
all
more,
together.
yes. So that's
Ah.
one issue. That is what they say, and that is not right. Second, the interesting thing about Filipinos in America and the diaspora, if you will, we have an identity issue, and this goes
Mm-hmm.
super deeper. The fact that for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos here in America would identify as AAPI, Pacific Islander, but that is
Mm-hmm.
incorrect. Pacific Islanders refer to Hawaii,
Polynesian,
Samoa, yeah, Polynesia, like they're Pacific. 'Cause- and then they go,
Guamanian.
yes, but they go, but we're Pacific Islanders. We're in the Pacific. Well, by that token, then Japan is on the Pacific. That's not
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So,
We're not. We're
so
not
it's just
Pacific Islanders.
so in a way, siguro the Filipinos that came ahead of us had that thing where they would rather not. I don't know why, for whatever reason, did not identify with you know other Asians, Chinese, Japanese. Oh my God! Wait, I just had a thought. They that comedian, what's her name? Ali Wong. She has
Ali Wong, yeah.
yes, because her husband is Filipino or whatever. And he,
No way.
hang on, she's Vietnamese, but she said, "Oh, jungle Asians
That's
ver-
funny.
versus Chinese Japanese, right?"
Offensive, but
Yes,
funny.
but it is funny. I
Wait,
think
I'm googling it. Ali Wong
yes,
jungle Asian
yeah,
comment.
yeah. It's just a whole thing. No, it's in her act, I think. But I, being a jungle Asian, I don't take offense. Again,
No,
like if you call
yeah,
me
I don't
diba,
either.
diba? Yeah. So there's that. So I think
Oh
Filipinos.
no.
Did you find? So we have that parang identity crisis because
Yeah,
we are kind of different from the rest of Asia, having
yeah.
been colonized by the Spanish and later the Americans. Very,
Americans, yeah.
very Western, diba? So
Hmm.
we have that. But ay nako, that's so deep, and you should have a interview like something about
I was gonna
colonization and
say,
decolonization. That's super deep. So there's
with a
that.
smart professor from some
Yes,
university.
yes, you could so talk about that because there's that. May in the early days, I guess Filipinos would just say na lang Asian Americans so that
Hmm.
you can get cast as Chinese or whatever,
That's
right?
interesting. So,
Because
so now you're saying that there's more of a conversation in Hollywood
there is.
surrounding being more truthful to I'm not well then so then here's another part that might be of interest when you think about Latin actors, Hispanics.
Yes,
So they
yes,
also have like
it's
you've
same.
got the same issue,
Right.
and they're all lumped under the same Latino, but like
Which is
I
funny.
have
Like Mexicans are
coworkers
not. Yeah, they're not Latin American.
exactly.
They're in North
Yeah,
America. Yeah.
yeah. So like, oh no, no, I'm Puerto Rican. No, I'm Dominican. They're very particular about that as well. The same as us. So that's an interesting conversation that we're obviously not going to solve because, but
But
it was
okay,
just
so
nice
it's good to
to kind
yes,
of
it's good to have
ponder.
that conversation because the direction it should go eventually after. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh, there's so much to unpack here in America, and then as Filipinos, there's so much to unpack, decolonization and all that stuff. But eventually, it's true. It shouldn't matter. It
Yeah,
shouldn't matter
I
what
hear you.
race
It
you are.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Yeah. But yeah, so coming from that line of thinking, so if we're going to say it shouldn't matter, then ScarJo should have been able to
Yes,
do the Japanese
eventually.
role
Yeah.
without
Okay. However,
pushing back and
however,
saying, "Well, I'm an
no, no,
actress."
no, no.
So
Right. But this is why that was problematic. Things like that.
yeah.
It, it would be fine to cast her if there were no Asians who could, if there were no Japanese Americans,
Mm,
if there
mm.
were no Hawaiians to play those roles. Why did they cast white actors? Diba?
Uh,
Yon.
the
So
draw,
that
billboard
that's
draw.
why. That's not true though. So you know why that's not true now? Because of everything everywhere all at once.
Well, now, I mean, like this,
Yes,
her movie
exactly.
came out like how
Yes.
long time ago,
But
but
why? No, but
they should
why?
they should redo that. I think
Right,
they
right,
should
right. Oh,
they
I
should
know.
do a
They should do.
what do you call that?
Recast it,
A
remake it.
recast it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
but you know what I mean? Like even then, there were actors for Lea Salonga was around or whoever, anybody
yeah.
else.
True,
Not
true,
just
true,
Lea
true,
Salonga.
true.
Many actors were around
Yeah.
that could have been. So that's why it is problematic. I learned this from the actors I speak to.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the world is changing, and
yes.
we're slowly
It is
starting
slow though,
to.
yes.
It is very slow. Like one of the things that I'm interested in tech, as a woman in tech, I don't see as many women and people of color in general in the higher and, echelons of industry. So, but we're on our way there. It's just going to take some time. And a show like ours, Zach and Joey, with Mars producing, is one of the movers and shakers that is going to influence culture. I'm kidding.
I think what we can do, our role would be to amplify these voices.
Yeah,
Like there
totally.
is to shout out that Filipino actor in Hamilton, to shout it out because yes, we hear about the Bruno Marses and the Olivia Rodrigos, but there are so many working actors or
Yeah.
businesses or whatever. So the best thing we can do, which is why I met up with, and I will share these with you later on when I edit after this trip. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met up with a graphic designer, a Filipino graphic designer, a Filipino owned and created makeup brand,
Mm,
Filipinda. Shout out. It's
cool.
beautiful, beautiful packaging. And then you know nga, the those business owners today from
Yeah.
Cabecera. She owns a restaurant, and then in the space they were at in Canal Street Market, it's called. There was a Filipino chocolatier,
Oh, I need to visit.
like fancy chocolates,
I
and
need to
so
visit at some point.
yeah, shout out to them. They will be having an Ube Fest next week or 2 weeks from
Woot!
now. So it is. The point is to get together because
Yeah,
our voices, we all rise together.
yeah.
What's that saying? All
Rise together.
tides. Yeah, something.
Yeah,
Think about
yeah.
tides and rising
And,
together.
and it's not just, Pinoy lang. I agree.
Yes.
Like the uplifting of Asians, people of
Yes.
color, and yeah. So yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my goodness. So that was a very interesting discussion. And I have to confess that Mars and I both, Mars is flying home to California tomorrow, and I'm functioning on 4 hours of sleep. So we both decided, you know what? We'll do a quick episode
It's
tonight.
short and
Zach's
sweet,
not
but
with us,
oh my
and
god,
we
we
ended
got
up
so deep
Exactly.
though.
Yeah, that was fun. And we had some people tune in. DJ Tabitha joined us earlier. So not literally on camera, but
One day
she
she
joined
will.
us.
She
Yeah, that would be
will.
really cool. We need to do like a reunion of some sorts. But we do record these episodes. Marceline puts them together and then she throws them up on our Zach and Joey page on Facebook. So if you
And
want to
YouTube, my
rewatch
YouTube
it
though, yeah.
on Marcy Taylor Media, if you want to rewatch it or whatnot, share it with your friends. Oh wait, what? Ano yung sinasabi ng mga bagets na yun? Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Like and
But
subscribe.
you no, okay, bonus guys. This is what I'm saying. I will edit in the little video we did at Central Park where you'll see
Oh, the
shirt,
shirtless
the shirtless
guitarist.
busker. Dude, he's on the cover of the thing for this episode. The
I know, I
preview.
saw it. I
Yeah.
kind of giggled. I'm like, the guy who was in Central. No, it's great. I love it. I love it. Marcy does all of the, like she does
Editing.
the
But if
editing,
you
the
guys want to
producing.
volunteer, pwede rin, whatever you
Ay,
want to do.
oo nga, kaya lang walang
Please.
bayad.
Oh, love, 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 love. We'll give you love.
Volunteer. Hey, Noel just joined us. Thanks for tuning in, Noel. It's great seeing
Well, it's
all
not
your
in our
names
power
on this.
para ibalik ang, yeah, I'm so
I
sorry, but we
know,
do our
right?
best. We do our
So
best.
wait, question. Wala nang rock stations, wala nang alternative rock stations in Manila?
I don't know.
Wow.
People in Manila, I don't know.
Sad.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Sad.
But we have
But that's the point of the
internet.
internet, exactly. Apple Music,
Yes.
Spotify, and all that good stuff where you can find music from all over the globe.
Oh,
Korean Indian rock, Janabi,
yes.
and Bye C as in
SEA.
BYESEA. 88.3 daw, sabi ni Hamilton, is a rock station.
Oh,
Ironically. Oh, they used to be,
oh, City
weren't
Lights,
they? City
Jazz.
Lights,
Yeah,
88.3.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah. So come check us out. Oh, don't forget, we have a Zach and Joey Instagram that
Which is,
still needs a
oh yeah,
strategy
I do.
behind it because we don't really have much content on there, but
But
it's
follow
there.
us because we post on our own stuff.
We do most of
Yeah.
our own stuff.
Uh,
Zach will hopefully be with us next month if he's not somewhere around the globe, doing his motorcycle journaling thing or being the rock star that he is. So hopefully he'll have time for our little Zach and Joey corner of the internet with
yeah. So
Mars.
the last Friday of August is August 26th.
Woo, woo.
The Zach and Joey Show podcast, something comeback, regular, happy, joy time, is on the last Friday of the month,
Yep,
usually at 9:30 Eastern. It's only earlier now because we're on the same.
because we're in the same time zone. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But so
So,
far, this is at 9:30 Eastern, which is 9:30 a.m. in Manila. For now.
And we love hearing from you guys. Send us, because I do see there are messages they do send to the Facebook
Yeah,
page
thank
whenever you're
you. We do
thinking
appreciate that.
you want to chime into the whole Asian American something, or you're also into K indie or any indie. I'd love to hear
Indie,
your
indie.
thoughts. Uh, Again, thank you to everybody who watched and tuned in.
Yes,
We
maraming
miss you,
salamat.
Zach.
Yeah, Zach. So we hope your schedule will free up that you'll be able to like hang out with us, lesser mortals.
Yes.
In August. No, but check him out if you're in Manila. He is at the SMX
It's all weekend.
motorcycle
I think
Makina
it's,
Moto
yeah,
all weekend.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's
until the
he's
31st.
super busy with, he's surrounded by motorcycles. So go rescue him.
It's cool. Thank you, everybody, and have an awesome weekend.
Yes, maraming
Maraming
salamat.
salamat. Bye. Oh. See you guys. Bye.